Yo, this is Donald Plays Pokemon Violet and Up to the Mountains. We are going to go soon, but not now. Instead, I think it's time we go back to school. Yeah, sorry for being a bit of a party pooper here. We're gonna go to the mountains soon. Before that, time for another lesson. Come on, we are students after all. We can't skip class that much now, can we? I mean, of course we can. I mean, we're becoming Pokemon champions, so why wouldn't we want to skip school? But as I say, don't be a fool. Just don't skip school. Or something like that. So let's head back to school and do a little more studying this time around. And see how things goes from last time. Because last time it went, pretty fine. But more specifically, if we check ourselves out, we also noticed that we have gotten ourselves a bit of a bonus. Let's see if you go back to... Hold on. Why am I screwing this up? There we go. So, as you can see now, we got the number 11, the medley gym, which means now we have done 11 things in total. We have 2 Starfall Streets left, 2 Puzzle Legends left, and 3 gyms left. We are closing in on the final third of the game. That's nice. This is of course the main game. We also have the post game and a lot of end game stuff. So what should we do now? We have biology, math, history, languages, battle studies, art, home education, etc. Let's do battle studies today with Miss Dendra. Let's see if this class will be a bit more interesting than the other 2 we had previously. I won't be going to school every time though, we have a little bit of break, but it's just sometimes. This one's a different one. So. Ozu, say hello to your battle instructor, the one, the only, the hot-blooded Dendra. Ozu is a karate thing, by the way, look it up. My age? 25. My hobby? Working out. My type? Well... strong and muscular fighting types, of course. That's all for introductions. As for my class, this is where you get to learn the nitty-gritty of Pokemon battling. We'll start with the basics that no trainer gets left in the dust. Even if you're new to this stuff, have no fear. Leave it to me and my muscles and you'll be pros in no time. Let's set our fighting spirits ablaze. Together. Pokemon have all kinds of attack moves at their disposal, and each move has certain qualities that you'll want to remember. I'm talking about the power, type, and category of these moves. Higher power means more damage, especially if your opponent is weak to that move's type. Heads up, new kid, questions coming your way. There are 2 categories that attack moves can fall under. Know what they are? Moves of light, moves of darkness, physical moves and special moves, and moves you love and moves you hate. Now, this is something that was changed in Generation 4 with Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Before that, it was the types that decided the category of the moves. Now the moves themselves decide what category they want to be in. And they are physical moves and special moves. Awesome! You're just as sharp as I expected, new kid. Looks like you have a handle on the basics. Anyway, attack moves are split into 2 categories. Physical and special. Physical moves do more damage the higher the Pokemon's attack status. And special moves do more damage the higher the Pokemon's special attack is. On the other side of things, Pokemon getting hit by these moves can take less damage by having a high defense or high special defense stats respectively. So obviously, defense is for reducing damage against attack moves, and special defense is reducing damage against special attack moves. In conclusion, Pokemon that are good with physical moves should raise their attack stat, and Pokemon that are good with special moves should raise their special attack stat. Try to raise both of these stats equally will just make it hard for the Pokemon to shine in battle. Make your strong point stronger, I always say. That goes for both people and Pokemon. Oh man, I was just about to suggest we do some hand-on practice to really drive the point home. But I guess we're out of time. We'll generally meet for my class here in the schoolyard, even for book learning. Nothing like a little fresh air to make studying more fun, am I right? But class is over for now. Take care, you little rascals. This teacher has attitude, that's for sure. But yeah, this is something like very basic. This is something we've been doing since the beginning, or should I say Gen 4, basically. So I don't think I'll do more of those classes. But still interesting things to do. If you really are new to Pokemon, like you haven't played Pokemon games before, like Scarlet and Violet are your first games, I was just doing the battle classes because they are very good, quick studies, and you can get to learn some stuff. As for the rest, I mean, you can do sort of whatever you want. You can pretty much, you know, do the stuff that you feel like doing, that you want to do. But it's pretty nice though. Anyways, let's do some other studies. Let's do history. Because I feel like history is important. Because we are in a new region, and the new region will always be new, so I think that is going to be important for our studies. Greetings, middle students. Whatever did yesterday is now part of history. Yeah, that is pretty much true. I was hoping to continue unraveling the marvels that history has presented to us today. However, I imagine the ability to concentrate has been spectacularly derailed by midterm. You notice, by the way, that her hair on her left side is twitching? It's nasty. I suppose changing things up for fun and variety may be a good idea every now and then. So allow me to tell you an old fairy tale that's been passed down in Paldea for generations. Once upon a time, there was a king who very much enjoyed collecting treasure. He was particularly fond of treasures from other countries. One day, a merchant from the east heard rumors of this king and came to meet him. The merchant laid out 4 treasures in front of the treasure-loving king. The 4 treasures were as follows: a vessel, a sword, a set of tablets, and a set of beads. Now, those of you who've been playing Pokemon's endgame, you know what this is all about, but I won't be spoiling you because it is actually important for our post-game we're going to do later on. Seeing such rarities before him, the king leaped for joy. He showered the merchant with gold coins and claimed all 4 treasures for himself. Aha! Perfect time to make eye contact, young Citano. Answer me this. I said one of the treasures was a set of tablets. What do you think these tablets were? Were there wooden planks to writing on, handheld electronic devices, or medicines that itch you? I mean, this is about a tale in the past. I don't think they had handheld electronic devices in the past, unless maybe our society maybe was technologically supreme, and then it died out. They had to start over again. But I don't think that's the case. Let's go for wooden planks for writing. Correct. Your daily pursuit of knowledge serves you well. These particular tablets were wooden and used as a writing medium in the East in ancient times. As you may know, they fell out of popular use as paper became more universally available. For the king to consider these paper substitute treasures, they must have been of superb quality. That, or perhaps, they had some amazingly profound teachings written on them. So, the king obtained these 4 treasures, and on that very night, it is said that a terrible disaster reigned upon this castle, reducing it to rubble by dawn. Oh, is that the time already? I wasn't done with my story! But, alas, so ends today's lesson. If you're interested in how the story ends, you may come see me outside class hours. Now again, this story is crucial for the end game for one reason. It's one reason I will always tell people, if you do want to do studies and do care about the game, do the history lessons at least. That's why I want to sort of like focus on this one. We could try math, languages, art, and home ed.c and so on later. But for now, let's just focus on history, because it is important. Let's do one more history lesson at least. And we can do the other ones at a later time. Greetings, my little students. Whatever we did yesterday is now part of history. Oh, we haven't heard that one before. Today we'll continue to unravel the marvels that history has presented to us. I trust that you'll remember a lesson in the midterm exam concerning the great crater Paldea and its interior, Area 0. And yeah, by the way, as of this recording, we are soon getting to play the first of 2 DLC packs. And yes, I will do a Let's Play part of that too, but we'll do that after we've done pretty much everything else, I think. Because I think it's best to do them in the very end. I think I did as well with Sword and Shield, so I think I'll do that here too. So we'll get to the Teal Mask and the Indigo Disc later on. This mysterious crater captured the imaginations of many, including the former Paldean Emperor. 200 years ago, a group of explorers claimed to have finally reached its depths. The name of the team that achieved this greater feat was the Area 0 Expedition. The team is said to have been made up of Paldea's best and brightest. Skilled battlers, brilliant researchers, talented individuals of all kinds. Among the list of team members was the name of a man who was an author and a brilliant natural historian, Heath. After returning from the expedition to Area 0, he used his literary talent to record the events of the expedition and publish them. Here comes the question. So what is the question? What's the name of the team that first made it to the deepest reach of the Great Crater? Was it the Area 0 Adventures, the Area 0 Expedition, or the Area 0 Survey Corps? This one can be tricky if you play Pokémon Legends Arceus, because you maybe would have taken the final option, because the Survey Corps is what I think your team is more or less called in Pokémon Legends Arceus. But here, it's the Area 0 Expedition. The correct name for his team was the Area 0 Expedition. The record of their activities written by the expedition member Heath can be found in the bookstores and the like even today. This record is known as the Violet book. Now, if you do play Pokémon Scarlet, it's known as the Scarlet book. At the time, the entire region of Paldea was absolutely buzzing about Area 0. The Violet book was so popular that practically everyone had a copy. However, the book itself was full of fantastical description and illustration of things that could never be thought as to be real. The master began to call Heath a liar. Even the truth of the expedition making it to the bottom of the crater was called into question. The Violet book was condemned to the shelves of used bookstores as just another book of paranormal stories. There's a copy of one on the bookshelves on the ground floor in the entrance hall. Feel free to have a read if you're interested. Oh, is that time already? I mustn't go start with my feeling of your mind with knowledge. This ends today's lesson. We'll unravel more of this history enigmas together next time. She mentioned there's a book, the Violet book is on the ground floor. Maybe we should take a look to see if we can find it. So the Violet book is indeed real, and as she said, the Violet book is real, and yeah, it is important. Most of the books here found here is more about combat and tactics, so we don't need to read those. You can see what we can find though. You've Academy School Song. We don't need to school. Oh, why am I crouching? Stop pressing the B button so much. Anyways, let's see. Let's probably go to the other side, I guess. Yeah, I'm used to crouching. I'm used to pressing B to skip things, but that means you just crouch instead. Especially if you spam the B button. Remember the meme about people posting images of doing the Pokemon Center and the people you're crouching because you spam the B, so you hit the B after you've done the dialogue. nothing of the Violet book here, but I'm guessing we'll find more about it. But yeah, the Violet book and the Scarlet book is the name of those books, and it depends which version you play. Scarlet book in Scarlet, Violet book in Violet. You also have these entrances to the classes here. I like how there's like these library things and even libraries in the open. I mean, how can you even get to study in these places like this guy here? It's library in the open. It's not like a quiet area unless they're like super quiet in this area too, but it just feels a bit strange in my opinion. But hey, maybe that's just how they like it here in Paldea. I wouldn't mind to study in this place though. A real life Paldean Academy, that would have been very funny. Did I do this one? I think I did, right? Scarlet Adventures. Scarlet is of course a Pokemon you probably have seen before as well. Yeah, this is the same thing I think I did already did before. I might have been up here and checked these books before, I guess. Hall of Fame badges. Yeah. That's not just go for this move. There's gonna be a Violet book here somewhere, I'm guessing. Probably should waste my time getting these. Of people and Pokemon. Occulture. Occulture. So many magazines of occulture. Here. How to become a champion? Win Pokemon battles. End of story. Appreciating Sunflora. And you go to Johto region, and because Johto is where Sunflora originates from. The Generation 2 Pokemon, Sunflora. Or at least that's what we think. Maybe a Sunflora might be a Paldean original, and that it maybe was just floating into Johto region. And we have no clear evidence, I guess. Oh, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, here we are the lessons. We did some lessons now. We did the battle study. See that this one is a bit different. We see more story lessons. I would recommend doing all story lessons either now or... I mean, of course, when you can. You can only do so many lessons until you have so many objectives done, but... At least I would say once you beat the main game, you want to do the history lessons because it's important for the end game to open up something. And what you can open is related to actual of the lessons. If you did pay attention to the history lessons, you'll even find out what you're about to unlock. And I gotta tell you, you'll like it. So, yeah, that should be the end of this lesson, or should we say this episode 2. Let's fly back to Medley for our next objective. So I think this video will be coming out around the time where the new DLC opens up. So I hope you guys will have a great time to play DLC. I'll play it too in my Scarlet games. Maybe I'll see you in game. Maybe do some battles together. Maybe do trading. Or just have fun. And in this Let's Play, we will do that much later on. After we've done the base game. After we've done the post game. After we had done all of the bonus stuff. Getting some Pokemon stuff. And then we're going to play Pokemon Teal Mask and Pokemon the Indigo Disc. Oh yeah, it's going to be fun. But next episode, as the light goes to dark, the mountain calls, we're gonna go there, we're gonna find a gym to battle, because we're gonna go for another batch very soon. Like, comment, and subscribe, follow me on social media. And that's it for now, see you guys next time as my journey in Pokemon Violet continues!